YouTube. Denny in Saigon. Thanks for watching my video. My name's Denny. I'm an American, but I live in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I'm working as a teacher over here. I just finished teaching little kids. And what a joy that is. It's not hard work. But sometimes, you know, little kids, they can make it hard, you know. They're just kids. They're doing their kid thing. The circumstances of teaching here sometimes can make it a little tricky, you know. You don't always have the resources you need. If you got books, and then maybe you don't have the CD, or maybe you don't have the audio to play the CD, or, you know, they don't have flashcards or whatever. You got to deal with it. And it gets real hot in Vietnam. This traffic's going to take off on me here. Cops, no 5-0 standing here. Anyways, it's loud. Yeah, so let's talk about politics. The article I read last night in Fox News, and I forget who wrote it. Pretty sure it was Fox, about Hillary, how Hillary will run in 2020. In spite of the fact that Democrats, some of them are trying to discourage her, she'll run, okay? And you don't have to keep telling me Fox News, and for all those doubters, I guarantee she's running. She's not only running, she controls the party. It's her party. Okay? She controls the money in the party, and she controls the people who run the party. The delegates belong to her, and she'll run again in 2020. Don't shit yourself, okay? You don't have to doubt it. And furthermore, see, I've been paying attention to the elections, American elections, since about 1988. I was a teenager when I first noticed. It was back when, you know, the news was all newspapers and stuff. We didn't have internet back then, really. We didn't get news on the internet. I noticed then that the elections are whack. They're just totally flubbed up in America. If you want to talk about the Russians trying to influence American elections, dudes, the Americans are trying to influence American elections, okay? The Americans, intelligence agencies have been going around the globe for at least the last 40, 50 years, and they interfere in every election around the globe. And if you think they care about some small country in South America and who runs that country, I guarantee they care about who runs the United States of America. And so that's why they tried to overthrow Trump with a coup. The coup is still going on. They've not given up on it. The American intelligence agencies are not going to give up. Okay, they really are controlled by outside influence, they're not there to help the American people, okay? Despite what you might think. Now, I'm sure when they recruit, you know, the young 18-year-old Mormon, you know, from Utah to recruit into the CIA, then I'm sure, you know, he believes he's doing, you know, his patriotic duty. By the time he retires, you know, at 35 or 40 years old, he's going to feel guilty for all the shit he did around the globe. And if you don't believe me, you can go on YouTube. You can probably find, you know, whistleblowers, CIA whistleblowers and shit. I think I watched maybe 6 or 7 hours one time of CIA whistleblowers, and they just go on and on about all the underhanded shit they've done all around the world. And they're doing it in America, too. Don't have any doubt. And this 2020 midterm elections, every election will have an October surprise, okay? You can count on that one. Especially the presidential years, every 4 years. Those elections are whoppers. Those elections are rigged. Those elections are big time rigged. And there's a lot of cheating going on. And you can tell because it's been in the news for decades. Okay? It trickles out. A lot of the stories, they trickle out weeks and months after the elections. You know, how much fraud went down. And I forget, there's just many millions more people on, you know, registered to vote than there are actual voters in the USA. There's so many registered voters. There are no people and the Democrats, of course, they want to bring in as many foreigners as they can to vote for them because nobody else wants to vote for the communist/socialist globalist goons. But this particular midterm election, okay, is a big deal. It's a huge, huge deal. That's why they got the migrant caravan. They're not migrants. They're just, they're criminals. They're terrorists. They're just a bunch of people who are being paid to come into the country. And I'm sure they're being paid all along the way. They're being fed. They're being taken care of, okay? Nobody walks 6,000 miles, okay, unless they're being taken care of. It's ridiculous. And that's all about the election. That's all about the election. That's all part of the... But listen, this year, the midterm elections are so important. They're so important. There's going to be an even bigger October surprise. I'm telling you, and this is almost the end of October. Within the next 2 weeks, something even more crazy than you've ever imagined is going to happen. I would suspect, I would guess that something massively insane over the next couple of weeks will take place. May not find out about it till after the election. I imagine on election night, the media will probably be playing their same old presidential election year tricks, okay? This time they'll probably be on TV trying to discourage the turnout as much as possible among Republicans. Because really it's looking more and more like a red wave than a blue wave. The blue wave is just was a myth from the beginning. The Democrats, you know, they want to take back the House and the Senate so they can impeach Trump, but millions and millions of people want jobs, okay? They're going to vote for Republicans to keep the Democrats out. But we're going to find out after the elections, you know, how much the Democrats cheat. They may be cheating their asses off in different precincts around the country, okay? And they do. They absolutely do. Places like Ohio, where people vote 3 and 4 times, okay, all the time. People come from other states to vote 3 times in Ohio. In certain precincts, you know, that they know that are important. And so you're just be expecting fraud in every election in America. And certainly this year it's going to be huge. The fraud is going to be huge. They're already on TV, the news pundits, I think I seen somebody on MSNBC, I forget who it was, saying how Trump will not accept the results of the election unless Republicans win. They're ass clowns. The Democrats, they're the ones who do not accept the results of an election unless they win. If you notice, they've only gotten worse and worse as the years go by. They're to the point now where democracy is almost dead in America, and the Democrats are just going to straight up revolt unless they win. They're just straight up going to riot and burn shit down unless they win. It's just fascinating to watch the mob mentality among the left. More and more black people are starting, and Hispanic people are voting, you know, Republican now. They're starting to figure out that they've been lied to by the Dems for so long. And if anybody goes and looks at the history, I mean, you know, the Dems suck. They've always sucked ass. They've never been a good party of good people. Never. They were always for slavery. They were the party of Jim Crow. They were the party against civil rights. Republicans voted for civil rights, okay? Not the Dems. Not the Dems. The first black, all the first black congressmen were Republicans. Like the first 20 black congressmen were Republicans. They weren't Democrats. Okay? Oh, the Republican Party was started by, you know, white guys and freed black men. A lot of people don't know that. They won't go look it up. They just believe whatever Hillary's selling, you know. So anyways, I guarantee Hillary will run again. And guaranteed she wants to get into the White House and undo everything Trump's done and see if she can put it back the way she wanted it to be. Nothing will stop her. Unless she drops dead, and I don't see how she can drop dead. She's an undead zombie anyways. She died a long time ago, and she's just being animated by a demon, I'm sure. Once the demons leave her, she'll fall apart. She'll run. You can count on it, and no one can run against her. There's no one in the party. I don't care what kind of a rock star they come up with. That person will have to take a back seat and play second fiddle to Hillary. Okay, that's my political opinion. It's not popular. Most people don't want to hear it. Most people laugh at me, but I guarantee I've been paying attention long enough to know I'm right about this. And we'll see what happens, but I don't think they can fix the problems in America because I think there's too many outside forces against the people. they divide the people in America. American people are the most divided people in the whole world. You know, divide and conquer is literally the oldest strategy in the oldest book, okay? But it works like a charm every time. They got people in the United States divided into every possible demographic you can think of. And they're going to keep on playing that for all it's worth. Yeah, anyways, yeah, so I bored you enough with my opinions and my rant. And my name's Denny, and thanks for watching my video. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. You probably ain't gonna like it now. Probably dislike it, which is fine, because a dislike is 25% of a like or something. So just dislike it if you want. Or disagree with me, leave a comment. If you think I'm a big fat idiot, just put it down in the comments and let me know. Anyways, thanks for watching my video, and have a nice day.